In this lesson, we will learn how to use the pick tool. The pick tool is a very important tool which we will use oftenly while working. This is pick tool. When I select pick tool and click on this object, you can see that these points has been appeared now. Now I can resize this object. I can reduce the size of this object and increase the size of this object from every side. And if I want to resize this object in a proportion, then I will use this corner point. Just click on the point and then hold the mouse key and move your mouse. I can skew this object by use of this pick tool. Double click on this and now you can skew it very easily. I can move this object. Click here and then move the object where you want to move. Now I have selected another object by use of this pick tool. I can rotate this object. Double click on it. When you double click on this object, these points has been changed. And now from here you can rotate this object according to your desires. I can even select two objects at a time by use of this pick tool. Just drag on two objects and you will see that these two objects has been selected. I can select all these objects and move all these. I can reduce the size of all these objects by use of this pick tool. Select all these objects and then reduce the size. Stretch these objects. Rotate these three objects at a time. So pick tool is a very important tool and we will use this oftenly, so do practice on it. The next tool is zoom tool. We can use our mouse wheel for zooming here. You can see that I am using the mouse wheel, but with zoom tool we will have complete command over zooming. Just click on zoom tool and then drag on these three objects. These three objects will be zoomed. If you want a specific area to be zoomed, then drag on that area and you will see that this area has been zoomed. You can use this tool for reducing the zooming and for increasing the zooming. You can use this area also. So these are zooming tools and these will be used during our job. And in this lesson we will discuss this freehand tool. In this lesson we will learn how to use the freehand tool and shape tool. First of all, we will use this freehand tool. Click on this freehand tool. Now you can create easily a freehand drawing here. Click on the starting point and then hold the mouse key and move your mouse where you want to. By this way you can create freehand object, this is one part of use of this freehand tool. You can also create straight lines by using this freehand tool. Click here. Now click on starting point, release the mouse button and hold the control key. Click on starting point, release the mouse button, hold the control key, and you can easily now create straight lines. You can create here a straight line, you can create here, you can create a straight line, tilted straight line here. So I will create here. By the use of this freehand tool, we can create freehand lines, freehand curve, object and straight lines. Now I want to shape this line, so I will select this shape tool, click here on the shape tool and now convert it to curve. Now you can see that these two handles has been appeared. Now we can shape this line by use of these handles. You can see that these are now curves. You can add a node here also, like these nodes. Just select the shape tool and double click on the area where you want to add nodes. Now you can see that another node has been added. Now according to your requirement, you can shape this line anywhere. So this is the use of shape tool and freehand tool. By freehand tool you can create freehand drawing, freehand lines, and also you can create straight lines. And after creating straight lines, you can convert this straight line to curves according to your requirements. You can also modify these freehand lines by use of this shape tool. Now this is a freehand curved line I have drawn, and I can modify it very easily by use of this shape tool. I can even delete a node from here. I can add node here, double click here with the help of shape tool, and now you have added a node. So you can do freely any sort of modification in these lines in Corel Draw. So we have learned how to shape a line according to our requirements, and this is the basic thing which is required for logo designing, for any type of object creation. Now in the next lesson we will start to design a logo. In this tutorial we will learn how to design a logo. Here is a logo I already has been created in Corel Draw. In fact, this logo is divided in parts. This is one part of this logo. This is the other part of this logo. This is another part of this logo, and this one is another part. So well, we will going to create this logo, we will create it in parts, and First of all, we will create this pencil because it will be little bit easier to create and you will become more familiar with it. So to create this pencil, we have to insert a rectangle here. This is a rectangle. Now, after inserting a rectangle, we have to convert it to curve because this is a rectangle and we have to convert it to an object to which we can modify. So select this rectangle and then object, convert to curve. Now this rectangle has been converted to curve. Now just zoom it. Now if first of all we have to create the upper side, double click on this point, select the shape tool and double click here to add a node. Now you can see that a node has been added. Now press the Control key of keyboard and by the help of your mouse move this node up. So you can see that this part of this object has been created. Now we can see that if we zoom these, now here is a part, here is some black area. We have to draw this black area now. Now select this object with the help of pick tool and then press plus key of your numeric pad. Now you can see that these are now two objects. One object, by the help of plus key you have created another copy of this. Now delete this node and reduce the size of, you can see that size has been reduced. Now we have to align this object in the center of this one. So first of all select this object and then click shift, then press shift key and select this object also. Now when we will press C, we will press C key, it will come into the center of this object, and if we press B, it will come into the bottom of this object, and if we press T, it will go to the top of this object. So we required it in the middle here. First of all we require it here, so we have to press C. Now this is in the center of this object. See once again, this is an object, we want to align it in the center of this object. So we have to select first of all this object and then press shift key and hold it and click on this object also. Now you can see that both these objects has been selected. Now press C. It is now in the center of this object. Now we want to move this object here, so select this object, press the control key so that we can move it in a line. Move it here Now zoom this area, convert this line into now click on this line and convert it to curve. Click here, here is converted to curve, convert to curve. Just click here and drag it. Click here and convert it to curve also, and just click here and drag it. Now you can see that this type of part has been created here, and the same part is at the bottom also. Fill color in it. Now select this object and click and press plus once again, so that you can create another copy of this object. Select this object, then press plus key of your numeric pad. These are now two. Move it here. So this area has been created. Now we can see that this area of the pencil is little bit round. So click here, select this line and convert it to curve. Now just move your mouse to the bottom, and you can see that this is now in round shape. We have to move this area a little bit here. You can see that there are two lines also in that object. When we zoom it, we will see these two lines. We have to create these two lines now. Click here. As we have already known how can we create straight line, click on the starting point and release the mouse button, and now press Ctrl key and move the mouse here. This line has been created. Now you can also duplicate this line by pressing plus key and move here. So these two lines has been created very easily. Now this area of this pencil has to be created. Zoom it. Pick this tool here, freehand tool. Click here and move where you want to draw the line. Don't press the Control key here. Just click on the starting point and now move your mouse here. Click here. Once again click on this node now and move your mouse here. Now click once again on this node and join it with this node. So this triangle has been created. You can see that this triangle has been created, and now you can fill some color in it. So this pencil has been created. This is one part of this monogram. This pencil has been created. Now you can select all these objects. We know that these are separate items. Select all these and we have to group these by pressing Ctrl G, Ctrl plus G, Ctrl G. Now these are grouped with each another. These are grouped with one another, and now this is one object. You can reduce the size and so on. So one object has been created, and we will try to create the next object, this moon, and in the next lesson. In this lesson we will try to create this moon. So first of all we have to insert a circle. Click on this circle. Now hold the control key of your keyboard and then drag your mouse. So a circle has been created now. Now duplicate this circle, select this circle and click plus key of your numeric pad, and you will see that another circle has been created. Now these are two circles. Now hold the control key of your keyboard and move this circle upside. Now when it's came here, we have to reduce the size of this circle. Hold the shift key of your keyboard and now reduce the size from the corner point. Now move this circle little bit towards the bottom. Still it is not very so much curved like this one. We have to reduce the size of this cursor, this circle more. You can see that it is now I think that these will be okay. We can move this circle little bit towards the bottom, but remember that these circles has to overlap one another. Now when we create the circle, this type, when we apply a command on it, this type of moon will created, and we will see how we can do this. But for creating this type of moon, now select these two circles, and now click on object and then shaping, and now trim. Now you can see that this moon has been created. See once again, when you adjust it two circle on one another according to your requirements, select these two circles, click on object, then shaping, and then trim. See once again, select these two circles, and you can trim it from here also. Here as well, combine, this is trim. You can use this shortcut also. Click on this trim and now delete this circle, and you have created a circle. Now we required to distribute this circle from the center. In fact, these are two moons. So once again, add a circle and adjust it. You will adjust it now. Adjust it. It is not adjusted. We have to adjust it. You can move around your mouse, and by reducing the size or moving the circle to here and there, and can adjust. I think it is little bit now it is perfect now. Now when we have adjusted when we have adjusted this circle, we have to apply the trim command once again. So select these two objects and use this trim command. Click on trim. No, the trim command is not working. We have adjusted the circle on it, and now we have to add a straight line here. Align this straight line in the center. You can see, align this straight line in the center. Now these are three objects. One is that moon and other one is this circle and one is the straight line. Now we have to use the smart tool, smart fill. We have to use smart fill. Here is smart fill. Click on smart fill. Now click here, click here, click here, click here, and now we have created 4 parts of this moon. Delete this circle, delete this one, and move this one part of this moon to the back order, to back of layer. We have shifted it to back, and now here is that moon also. That moon was also there. So when we shifted this part of this moon back, we were able to select this moon. And now delete this moon. Now these are 4 parts. We can see that one part is, this part is gray, this part is gray, this part is white, this part is white. And you can see that we have successfully created the moon. We have created the other part of this monogram also. In the next tutorial we will try to create this banner, but as we will create this banner in next lesson, but this star is ready made in this Corel Draw, so we can insert it very easily. Just Control F11, Control plus F11. Now here are a lot of symbols and other things. Just move to the wingdings. It will be available in your on the tab here, wingdings. You can see that when you will click here, you will see so much fonts. Select wingdings. If you did not find in wingdings, then you can try another one, but I think it is in wingdings. Oh, this is not in wingdings, so we have to select the other symbol. Wingdings 2. Let's hope that this will be here. Yes, we got it. This is the star. These and this star are the same. Just click on this star and drag it here. Close this, and now you can increase the size of this. We have to adjust the star here. Click here, and now here. This should touch here, the corner of this moon. Bring this pencil here and reduce the size. you can see that we have created one part of this, three part of this monogram, and in the other lesson, in the next lesson, we will try to create this area. So meeting you with next lesson. In this lesson we will try to create a banner like this one. So first of all, insert a rectangle, convert it to curve, select object, convert to curve. Now convert these lines to curve. But before we have to convert this line to curve, we have to make a copy. So press plus key of keyboard, select this object and then press plus key of keyboard to make a copy. Now you can see that here a copy has been created. Now we have to do some modification in this one. We have already converted to curve. Now convert it to curve, make a curve of it, and do, because we have to convert it to curve before, and now curve it. What curve required? Little bit more. Now you can see that these nodes are little bit close to one another, so we have to select this corner and bring it here, and now this one, and bring it here. Now select this one and convert this line to curve. This is already converted to curve, so curve it. Convert this line to curve and now curve it. Now we need to add a node here, and I think this is okay now. This is okay now, I think. Now double click on it and rotate it. Rotate it and adjust it here. Now we have to fill some color in this shape. And I realized that here it is so close, we have to move it little bit up. It is now okay. We have fill color in it, and now we have to send this object to the back. Order, click right key on it, order to back of layer. Now you can see we can rotate it little bit more. Now we have rotated it. Now we have to create a rectangle here. Come to here and now click on this node and come here, click here and now click here. We have created a rectangle here. We can fill some color in it. You can see, hence we can fill color in it also. Now I think this curve is little bit more. We have to reduce this curve little bit. And we have to group these two. Select this one and with then click shift key and click on this one also. Now we have selected these two objects. Now group object. we have to move this object once again to the back. Select this object, order to back of layer. Okay, now duplicate this object. Select the object and then press plus key. Now these are two. Now you have to hold your control key of the keyboard and click on this point and now drag your mouse. Remember that your control key of keyboard should be pressed. Sorry, we have make a copy and has flip it. Now move this by the help of your mouse. Remember that control key of your keyboard must be pressed there so that you can move it in a line. So here is the banner. I think we have to we can adjust this little bit from here. Delete this one, click on this, make a copy by pressing plus key of your numeric pad, and now here is also flip key. So we have we can mirror this one, the copy of this. We can mirror the copy of this. We can see that we have mirrored it by clicking here, and now press your control key and move this object here, adjust it here. Move your arrow key to adjust the. So this banner has been created now. Now we can group this banner, select all these parts of this banner and group it. We have selected these area also, so undo, select here, click, then shift here, shift click here. So these three has been selected, and now click group. Right key of your mouse and then group object. So this banner has been created. Now we have to adjust this writing in it. Make a copy of it. Press plus key of your keyboard, and now ungroup this banner. Right key, click right key of your mouse, ungroup object, delete this one, delete this one. Now we require a line, this line or this line. We have to break this object. Select this node and break it. Now delete this one also. Now we have to write knowledge is power. We have to type knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. I will assign this font. I have added this font. Now we have to reduce the size of this text little bit. We have to increase space between these characters. Click on this one, text, click on shape tool and now drag it here. Increase. When you will double click on this text, you will be able to make changes in it. Now give another space here, another space here, using your space bar. Now this, I think it will be okay. Now select these two, click on this text and then click your shift, press your shift key and then select this line. Now text, and here is fit text to path. Fit text to path. Now pull it here. Undo. Select this text, then this line, text, fit text to path. Now click this mirror and now click this one. So the text is now in right direction. Now you can move it. We have to move it up from this line because we know that we will adjust it here, so we can adjust these spaces from here also. I think this will be okay. Knowledge is power. I think this will be okay. Now click right key of your mouse on this. I think we have to select this and now press Ctrl key and click on the line. Select this object, then press Ctrl key and click on this line and delete it. Now move this here, change the color, and you can see that this text is adjusted in this panel. Now select all these objects, group these and bring these here. You can align it in center of this moon by you can see that the monogram similar to this one has been created. Now group all these. I think that we have to make a change here. We have to increase the size of this pencil. Click on this pencil, ungroup it by Ctrl U, and now we can reduce the size of this triangle. Now it is looking okay. Drag from the outside of the pencil and then click right key of your mouse and group these objects. So you can see that this object has been created. This logo has been created. By using these commands you can create any sort of logo. By use of these commands we can create any sort of logos. We have used shape tool, we have used freehand tool, we have used zooming tool, we have used other important tools in this tutorial, so that by the help of these commands and tools you can create any sort of logo. Meeting you in next episode of my tutorials, but for this package, goodbye now.